sessions run for Andrew and Glenn, who haven't been here before. We work on four things for good brush playing. So the first one is a sound, the second one is a core technique, and then next is a groove or two, and the final thing is an improv vocabulary idea. So the sound that we're going to work on today is a staccato sound, and it's what's called the angled tap. So the angled tap, the reason why I use an angled tap, because a staccato sound, like if you just use vertical strokes, if you're coming from just sticks, it has a very, very short sound. So I like to play what's called the angled tap, and it has a little bit more of a length to the note. So this is the difference of sound. So staccato, vertical, and then the angled tap. All right, so the way we play an angled tap is you want to strike the drum to the side from a sidewards glance, I suppose, and you want to let the brush bounce off the head. And use your fingers to throw it. So if you want to join in, it should be nice and relaxed. And if you're left-handed, then it's just exactly the same in the opposite hand, except I can't give as good demonstrations with that. Should be all very relaxed. All right, so for the left hand, it's exactly the same thing, except we use this motion with our fingers and open and closed. So open and then close and throw it off the head. From above, it looks like this. Hi Igor, thanks for joining.
Good morning.
So Igor, we're just working on what's called angled taps. It's a different option for, instead of playing staccato sounds, it gives a little bit more length to the note. All right, so with our left hand, or non-dominant hand in trad grip, all right, so when we start speeding this up, which we will eventually do, you don't have as much time to let the brush bounce and have like a follow through. What we do is you tap it and return it straight away. So it's a little bit, it feels a little bit more stiff in your hand and fingers because you can't really rely on the bounce. Kind of thing there. All right, so we'll get to that. Okay, so the next sound that we're going to work on is what's called a fishhook accent. So it's called a fishhook in the left hand. If you imagine the oval or the circle shape that we play our sweeps with, like in a swing pattern, the fishhook happens at the bottom, if you will, corner of the circle. All right, so the way that we get it, that's what it looks like from above, from the side. All right, there's two really important things that you need to work on to get this sound. The first thing is the angle of your brush has to be as low to the head as possible. If you have quite a high angle, you get the right sound, but you don't get that high-pitched quality to it. So the angle of the brush has to be quite low. The other thing is you use your fingers and thumb squeezing, and you want to make sure that the very edge of the brush handle lands on the head. So that's where the sound comes from, that really high-pitched snap. Okay. Now, when you're starting this, you might find that you have to push down quite hard with your fingers and thumb. But eventually, once you get the right angle and technique, you should be able to do it quietly as well. Without too much force. Okay, all right, so that's the main sounds we're working on today, the angled taps and the fish hook accent. They're all, I would consider them short sounds, even though the fish hook is in the middle of a sweep. All right, so now we're going to work on a core technique or a method of choreography. It's called one direction singles. One direction singles is an alternating pattern, so right, left, and it's called one direction because the hands always go inwards. All right, so there's two versions of this. The first one is the staccato version, and that's where we're playing angled taps towards the center of the head in each hand. All right, the legato version uses the left hand fish hook, and you can do this with the accent or without. And the right hand plays angled tap, but think about it in more playing into the head. So it's like a very short sweep. Together. So what you want to make sure you're doing when you're playing this legato version is you want to match the sound in each hand. You don't want the right hand to be short and loud, I suppose, and left hand to be smooth. So you don't want that. You want to balance the sound. And to now accent these, you can play into the head a little bit more with the right hand and get that left hand fish hook going. So applying a little bit more downwards pressure from your thumb in the right hand in your dominant hand and your fingers and thumb in the non-dominant hand if you're playing in trad grip. All right, so what we're going to do is play a subdivision exercise. We're going to start with the staccato version. We're going to play them 4 bars as 8th notes, 4 bars as 8th note triplets, and 4 bars as 16th notes. We'll start at 60 beats a minute, and then we'll work our way up from there. Top view. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 2, 3, triplets, go. 2, 3, 4, 16ths, go. 2, 3, 4. Back to 8s, ready, go. 2, 3, 4. Triplets, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16ths, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stop. All right, let's bump it up to, let's go 80 beats a minute. So when we're going faster, remember with the left hand, it's going to look a little bit more like that as opposed to letting it bounce then follow through. So you want to control, you have to control it a little bit more. All right, here we go, 8th notes. 1, 1 and 2 and 3, go. 2, 3, 4. Triplets, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16ths, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8ths, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplets, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16ths, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll stop here. And that. Cool. I forgot to play the legato stroke. So let's go back to 60 and we'll work on the same subdivision exercise using legato strokes. 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplets, go. 1, 2, nice and relaxed. 3, 4. 16ths, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8th notes, and we'll play loud accents. 1. So into the head. 2. Try to stay as relaxed as possible. 3, 4. Triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16ths, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stop here. Cool. Let's do exactly the same thing at 80. So we'll start one whole time through as staccato, bouncing off the head, and then, legato quiet sweeps, nice and relaxed, and then second time through with accents. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, 3, 4. Triplets, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16th, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighths and accents. 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplets, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16th, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stop. All right. What shall we do? Let's take it faster. We'll do the same thing at 100. So we'll go staccato version twice through this subdivision exercise. We'll stop for a little break and then do the legato version twice. Let's give that a go. So staccato on eighths first. 1 and 2 and ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplets, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16ths. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighths, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplets, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16ths, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And stop. Okay, legato version. Quiet sweeps, then accents, second time through. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Triplets, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16th, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8, 1. Accents, 2, 3, 4. Triplets, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16th, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's turn these into some grooves. So we're going to play the legato version to come up with a shuffle groove. So we're going to play the legato one direction singles as shuffled eighth notes, so swung eighth notes. And yeah, let's just start with that first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So if you're behind the kit, you can add some kick and hats. All right, let's add an accent with the right hand on beats 2 and 4. 3, 4. 1. So playing into the head. Whoop. All right, that's another way to play the accent. I might turn my snares on for this. So you can play the same motion, but use more of a bouncing stroke and a rimshot. So it's the same throw as the angle tap that we did initially, where we allow follow through the brush, but you're bouncing it off the rim. So it looks like 1, 2. All right, let's speed it up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And a little bit faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Quieter accent. So you might have heard every now and then I'm playing these left-hand accents in there as well. It's just simply what we're doing before, the left-hand fishhook accent, making sure that that part of the brush hits as well. So. All right, let's play this along with a backing track. Get some music happening. This is at 112 BPM. 2, ready. Okay. How's everyone going? Thumbs up, down, good? Whoop, in the middle. Awesome. All right, let's go back to playing these as staccato, 16th notes, and we're going to really push the tempo here. We're going to eventually get to a country blues train kind of groove. So let's get a click happening again. We'll just work on 16th notes. So again with this one, using a rimshot accent. So and you can, when you're going slow, you can afford to play a staccato version. When you start speeding it up, it's a bit hard to maintain that legato sweep, so you go to more of the angled tap. All right, let's chuck a metronome on. Oh, and if you're at a kit, play the kick on all four, hi-hats on the offbeats, and then accents on the offbeats as well. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So at the start I said we're playing angled taps so you can get a little bit more length to the note instead of a vertical staccato sound. Now that's not to say that the vertical staccato sound isn't a good option, it's just a different option. So you can definitely play the same thing using all vertical strokes. But imagine if you're predominantly stick players, then that will be quite easy for you because you're used to playing the vertical strokes. So to add to your bag of sounds, I suppose, you know, it's worth working on these angled taps just to get a little bit more length to the note, a different sound in your bag of tricks. All right, let's go a bit faster now. 1, 2, ready, go. Faster again, and then we'll play it with the backing track. So this is 140 now. 2, 1, 2, ready, go. All right, let's get the backing track happening. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Everyone's hands burning? Mine are a little. Yeah. All right, so you probably noticed there that I was getting some different sounds out just by adjusting one tiny little thing. So, you know, whether I'm playing more off the head and rim shots, sometimes I did go a little bit more vertical. And then into the head a little bit more. And then into the head but more vertical. You know, so it's definitely worth experimenting using the tiny little variations to get different sounds out. All right, let's work on what I call a sticking cell, even though it's with brushes. And sticking cells are kind of what I use to develop fill and improvisational vocabulary. It sort of goes off the Gary Chafee sticking book idea. Okay, so this cell is a 3-note cell. It goes right hand, left hand, and then a foot. We'll start with a hi-hat for now. So they're both angled. Oh, sorry, we're going to play the legato version. So angled, tap with the right hand, fishhook accent with the left, and then a hi-hat. So. All right, put a click on and we'll play it a bit faster. Three, it might be a bit too fast. 3 and 4 and 5. All right, so to my ear, we have 3 different sounds there, a low, middle, and high. The right hand is the low sound, the left hand fishhook accent is the middle sound, middle to high, and the hi-hat is the high pitch. So this is a really nice sound where you get kind of a boom, cha, kick, 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 boom, cha. You can also, if you play the right and left hand the same, it's just more like cha, cha, tick, cha, cha. Or 2 accents. So you got many options. But for now, we'll just do the original one. So boom, cha. All right, and let's speed it up now. 3 and 4 and 5. Cool. Bump up the tempo. 2, 3 and 4 and 5. Let's actually change foot now. We'll play the kick drum instead. 2, 3, 4. And hats on 2 and 4 if you can. 3, 4. So let's go a little faster and we'll do 4 bars of each. Before I do that, so with the kick drum, instead of getting a boom, chak, kick, you get a boom, chak, boom. So kind of like, sort of like middle, high, low now, if you think about it like that. So it's, you know, the difference between. They kind of have a different function in sound, if you will. All right, so let's do 4 bars of, I keep changing the camera to my legs. Let's do 4 bars of the hi-hats, then 4 bars with the kick. And when we play the kick, put the hats on 2 and 4 if you can. All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, hi-hat first. 1, 2, 3, 4, kick, 1, 2, 3, 4, hi-hat third, 1, 2, 3, 4, kick third, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's speed it up. Same thing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hi-hat, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Ah! I was thinking about something else. Start again. Ready, go. 1, 2. I was thinking about chocolate. 3, 4. Don't stuff this up. 1, woo. 2, 3, 4. Hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's try this with backing track. So let's go back to the shuffle groove we did before. So the great thing about the this fill and the shuffle groove is they both start with an inwards right hand. So that's why it works seamlessly. So it's 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1. All right, so let's go. We'll do 4 bar phrases, 3 bars of the shuffle groove, 1 bar of the fill with hi-hats, and then 3 bars of the shuffle groove, 1 bar of the fill with kick. So 8-bar phrase, and we'll loop that. Let's just practice that with the click before we do it with the track. And we'll go just a touch faster. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, hi-hat, 1, 2, 3, kick, 1, 1, 2, 3, hi-hat, 1, 2, 3, kick, 1. Keep saying 1, I'm supposed to say 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, last time, 3, 4. Okay, let's try that 8-bar groove with the backing track. You know, I'll be playing this, I'll stick to this 8-bar pattern. You feel free to do whatever you want using these ideas. Here we go. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now mix the hi-hat and kick drums. Hi-hat first. Now 2-bar fill. Hi-hat splashes. Okay.